Now he's learning what was said behind closed doors, including who a witness says pulled the trigger.
And he's saying things in these interviews that I got questions about.
Breaking news just in. We got the scandalous details that are flipping the script on who was behind 2Pac's tragic 1996 assassination for years. The infamous demise of the legendary rapper has been shrouded in mystery and filled with whispers about who was truly responsible. You might be believed it was Orlando Anderson, the notorious gang member, but recent revelations tell a different, even more shocking story.
I hope the Vegas Police Department do their due diligence and get down to the bottom of it.
The media is abuzz as documents reveal that a certain man from the Southside Compton Crips, Devontae Lee, has made a bombshell claim he spilled that it wasn't Anderson but rather another notorious figure, Southside's DeAndre Bigger Smith, who was the real triggerman on that fateful night. But hold on to your hats, because there's more. The twist in the tale is that allegedly they weren't acting alone. Yes, they were purportedly carrying out orders from none other than Bad Boy Records mastermind Diddy.
What makes you say you lost your empire because of Puffy? Why you say that?
So if I go to jail, you need to be handcuffed to me.
The plot thickens as it's unveiled that on the night of September 7, 1996, Anderson Smith, Terrence Brown, and Dwayne Keith "Keedy" Davis were all spotted in a white Cadillac with Diddy's name now surfacing in connection with this high-profile case. The industry is left reeling. The details are still pouring in, but one thing's for sure, we're at the edge of our seats waiting for what's next.
So many people in music and Hollywood fear this guy, Diddy, as if he's untouchable, and even the
sugar Diddy.
Amid the swirling rumors and conspiracy theories, new information surfaces that's set to reshape our understanding of the tragic night. 2Pac Shakur was shocked. It was long accepted that Orlando Anderson, a now deceased gang member, was the one who took Tupac's life that fateful evening in 1996, but Channel 13's recent findings gleaned from a Clark County grand jury transcript cast out on this narrative.
Showing this diagram Friday with Orlando Anderson, Davis's nephew, and DeAndre Smith in the back seat.
Danon, affiliated with the Southside Compton CPS, has come forward with a revelation contrary to the popular belief it was not Anderson, but another member of the Southside Crips, DeAndre Big Dress Smith, who pulled the trigger on September 7, 1996 as 2Pac rode shotgun next to Sujiti in the BMW, a white Cadillac containing Anderson Smith, Terrence Brown, and Dwayne Keith "Keefe" Davis pulled up beside them. This much is undisputed. However, the shooter's identity has long been a subject of debate.
As they were in the white Cadillac, Mr. Davis took the gun that he had obtained and provided it to the passengers in the rear seat of the vehicle.
Grilled before the grand jury, Lee was questioned about Smith's claim that Davis handed the firearm to Anderson. Lee confirmed, "That's exactly what he told me." Yet the narrative shifts as Lee describes that fateful moment. Anderson, he said, couldn't get a clean shot at 2Pac from his position. Recognizing this, Smith quickly intervened, stating, "He's on my side. Basically, I'll do it." Smith's chilling words followed. "Give me the pistol." The motivation behind this cold-blooded act: retaliation. Earlier that evening at the MCM Grand Hotel in Las Vegas, Anderson found himself at the receiving end of punches and kicks from 2Pac's entourage in the hotel lobby. Metro homicide investigator Jason Johansson pointed out in a news conference, little did any know that it is this incident that would ultimately lead to the retaliation shooting and demise of 2Pac Shakur. The background: it's a tale of gang rivalries. Members of the mob Purse Street gang, closely associated with the Bloods, provided security for death row records. They had a tumultuous relationship with their Southern California adversaries, the Southside Crips. Tensions came to a dead when investigators identified Davis as the brain behind the plot to target Shakur in retaliation for the meme grand altercation. I think the best way to characterize that is Dwayne Davis was the shot caller for this group of individuals that committed this crime. As the court date looms, Davis, now the sole living suspect, faces charges of open assassination in a haunting twist. Keith D. admits in his memoir that he's one of only 2 living witnesses to Tupac's assassination. You was cool with it, right? So and so was you a 2Pac fan before? Like when you joined R, it was cool 2Pac. Yeah, he was out as a rapper despite nearly 30 years having passed since the tragic drive-by shooting on the Las Vegas Strip that claimed 2Pac Shakur's life. the determination to find his assassin has never waned. Las Vegas Sheriff Kevin McMahon emphasized any notion that Tech's assassination wasn't a priority for our department. It simply misguided. Lieutenant Jason Johansson of the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department came forth with a statement: "Our investigation has led us straight to the doorstep of Dwayne Key Davis. The accumulated evidence over the past 5 years is nothing short of comprehensive," Johansson told reporters in a recent press meeting. In shedding light on the body of evidence, authorities revealed a meticulously crafted timeline that inexorably linked Davis to the crime. "We are here today to announce the arrest of 60-year-old Dwayne Keefe, age 60. Davis is not just the last living suspect in this long-standing case, but was identified as the ringleader of the Southside Compton CP's gang, the very gang that hatched the revenge plot against 2Pac. This compelling narrative takes a sharp turn with Davis's 2019 memoir Compton Street Legend, where he makes astonishing admissions recounting his ascension in the notorious Southern California gang, culminating in running a nationwide substance empire. Adding another layer to this already convoluted tale, the police earlier raided a house connected to Davis, one of the few surviving witnesses to 2Pac's assassination. This very house belonged to the uncle of Orlando Baby Anderson, a known rival of Shakur. Among the items recovered were multiple computers, a Vibe magazine featuring Shakur, a copy of Davis's memoir, and several .40 caliber bullets. The Las Vegas neighborhood was abuzz as the raid took place. It was quite the scene. SW, a T-Cruiser's lights everywhere, commented Don Sanusi, a local resident who witnessed the police operation. But what has truly set the rumor mill ablaze is the news that this case will be presented before a grand jury in Las Vegas. Davis' memoir, a source of intrigue, sheds light on the intricate web surrounding Tupac and Biggie's assassinations. "I've been an eyewitness to Tupac's assassination and know the larger narrative encompassing both his and Biggie's ends," Davis Candle shared. Despite the twists and turns, the root of the deadly rivalry remains clear. The East Coast-West Coast feud in the mid-90s was the backdrop to a series of tragic events, drawing lines in the sand within the hip-hop community. In his memoir, Davis reveals his 2010 confession to authorities, aiming to shield himself and his gang from potential life sentences. Though skeptical of their prizes, they upheld their end, and not one of us faced jail, Davis wrote, emerging from the maze of Davis's memories. Compton Street's pulse with history born amidst the promise of Watts, California. Davis's story began even before the family's migration to Compton. His account of the windfall at the AUA Caliente racetrack in Tijuana reveals a turn of fortune. A $50,000 win transformed the trajectory of his family American dream that summed nearly equal to $1 million in today's currency, heralded the arrival of 2 new cars and a Compton house. Davis describes the area of their 1965 move as a middle-class haven for Black families. But over time, as the only Black family initially, they witnessed a shift in demographics as white families began their exodus, a metamorphosis he likened to cockroaches fleeing when lights illuminate. Amidst the backdrop of these transitions stood Davis, one among 12 siblings. While his early life was filled with familial bonds, it was also marked by profound loss. The specter of colon cancer took away his mother in 1980, a disease Davis himself grappled with decades later but survived tragically. His brothers met untimely ends, one succumbing to cancer and the other to the violent rhythms of Compton's streets. Diving deeper into the undercurrents of Compton's gang world, Davis recounts his early association with Marion Shug-Knight, the CEO of Death Row, records this connection began when he was merely 9. Surprise number 1, because I didn't think KPD never get arrested. Drawn into the gravitational pull of the Crips by 1971, Davis's involvement was a reflection of the neighborhood zeitgeist. However, with the ebb and flow of time, a stint in Compton College led him to the allure of substance dealing. Rapid monetary gains seduced him into the dangerous dance of the streets. As we delve further, the name Compton Street Legend resonates. It's the title of Davis's 2019 memoir, where he reveals his meteoric rise within the Southside Compton Crips. He wasn't just another member, he was a shot caller overseeing a vast substance empire that spanned the nation. This influence wasn't without its tribulations. A prison sentence from 1985 to 1989 didn't reform him, instead it chiseled him into a hardened gangster. His revelations also